Praise the Watcher. Yes, praise me. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays. Welcome back to the priest generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. The lighting's not great in here, but I wanted to show you guys Jacob has had his makeover. He's got his little priest garb. I've given him a priest variation of most of his outfits, although I have tidied up his hair for most of them. He's got his regular everyday, then a priest version. He's got his regular party priest version, regular hot, cold, whatever, depending on what role he's at an event. Like if he's just at a family gathering as a guest, he wouldn't be in his priest get-up. I had an excellent suggestion from one of my commenters. I'm going to assume your username is Hell of Ditties. I was reading it as Hello F Ditties, but I'm not sure if that's right. But thank you very much for the suggestion. The best way for him to supplement his income is we're going to have him write and we're going to publish books. And then the royalties from those books, because you can rack up a decent amount of money. Once you get decent writing skill, you can rack up a decent amount of money on royalties. And hopefully that will then sustain the church. So he's going to write a children's book. I'm going to give them all Watcher-related titles. Sermons for Children. And he's like going to be distributing these, not through a formal publisher or anything, but like, you know, the local bookstore might have a limited print run of them, that kind of thing. In terms of things that have happened since the last part, it is obviously morning. The welcome wagon showed up while Jacob was off getting initiated. He did actually have to redo one of the two rabbit hole events, I forget which one, he had to redo as an adult. He went to the initiation, he did get a moodlet from it, but it has already faded. It was like a tense moodlet because there was a walk through fire component, like an act of faith. I should have grabbed a screenshot of it. I'm sorry. I was a bit overwhelmed by the welcome wagon at the time, so I didn't. Mira is off at work. Now, I realized, again, after I stopped recording, she's actually already level 3 because she was an A student. She started at level 3. I don't know if he did. I actually wanted to check this. He did. He does need to distribute some flyers. Maybe we'll take him to town later. Now, in theory, I could have Mira quit her job straight away because she's actually done what she needs to do as a midwife. But I think I'm going to leave it for a couple of days. I don't want her to like show up for one day of work and then quit. And I'm trying to think of the logic behind her career hopping. She's doing all of this at the university. Maybe the reason she's going to change, like the suggestion from the comments, she's, you know, understudying a bunch of classes. So she's like helping a midwife who is based at the university for a few days, and then we'll have her switch. The welcome wagon that showed up had Lord Victor, his wife, Lady Lilith. They're both elders now. We also had, was it Elizabeth Holding and maybe her husband, who live in the little shack down the road, and Dawson showed up. So that was the ones who showed up to the welcome wagon. We didn't get all of the kids and stuff that live at the goth house, which is probably good and bad. Now, in terms of the rules for this gen, there are a whole lot of rules around the parties and the lot value, and I've pretty much, for the priest gen, and like I did for the knight gen, I'm substantially rewriting the goals. So just so you guys can keep me honest, the goals for this gen: he needs to complete this career. He needs to max the religion skill. I think he's currently at, I want to say level 4. Let's have a look. He's currently halfway through level 4. For his bonus, which determines whether the next gen gets the bonus start reward, he needs to complete Friend of the World. Now, the bits of the rules that I'm keeping, he needs to throw parties regularly, but the parties he needs to throw are going to be priesty parties, as in he's going to give sermons. So he'll give a speech, whether or not it goes well, because there's a game mechanic component there I can't control. Having just done this with Phoenix in the politician career, he never successfully gave a speech. So I don't anticipate Jacob being able to successfully give speeches if it's relying on the same faulty game mechanic. I'm not going to judge him on that, but he needs to at least give the speech to the group of people. But the rules say he needs to meet his future spouse at a party. So somebody who comes to the church, I'm going to have to try and engineer that because, like I said to you guys, I do have a very specific sim in mind. Although I'm starting to second guess myself now. She's a goth and the current queen is a goth, which means that Jacob's kids will be cousins with the next king and queen, which means we can't marry into the royal family. I'm going to have to off them. Which is a bit upsetting because I don't want to off that family line. So now I'm like, maybe he should marry a non-goth, like some other noble family will create one. All right, come over here. We're going to pay the bills. We're going to send our very first set of sermons out into the world. Then we're going to go somewhere where he can distribute flyers. Okay, Sim must be level 3 of the religion skill and be initiated. I mean, it would be good if he could distribute flyers here on the street. Martha Bennett! Hello, Martha. She's an elder now and not very happy about being out in the rain. I'd like him to meet her, actually. Maybe we could distribute flyers to her. Seeing her, obviously she is a spellcaster, that reminded me, for some reason we're getting Glimmerstones in everyone's inventories now. Since I played Desiree, the game is giving it to every sim. He's not a spellcaster. He does have one potion on him. This is the potion that Desiree gave Gerard, but Gerard actually never used it. This was his young adult birthday present when he moved out. I don't know if he would use it, and I don't know what would happen if he did, because as a follower of the Watcher, he's anti-occult. Oh, she did not like him. Let's have a look. He thinks she's interesting. She thinks he's annoying. I mean, he's a priest who just came up to her to be like, pleased to meet you. And she was raised in the goth household. And she's like, who is this young upstart? His dad and her are actually quite close. What with everything else going on in the Sims' lives, they're kind of... And she lives a bit further away. They actually live in Willow Creek. So they haven't seen each other much. I expect they've been corresponding, but I might have him say, I believe you know my father. And hopefully that will soften the whole, who are you? How dare you? Warn against what angers the Watcher. Let's do it. He's like, don't be evil. That does make the Watcher angry. Of course, I am the Watcher. If you're not familiar with this religion, it came from, I believe, Sims 3 Medieval. But the premise of the Watcher is there's somebody watching and directing the actions of the Sims. It's basically the player. Praise the Watcher. Yes, praise me. What did I need to do again? There was something about a flyer. Attempt to convert. I'm going to start trying to do this. I haven't set a world religion or anything. The only other religious Sims in the world currently are Father Poe and Christina, because I haven't set it up for anyone else. So this is going to be when I correct that is with Jacob. He's going to try and convert everybody. Oh, okay. So this is going to be him standing somewhere and calling out probably. This is so cool. I love this mod. She's walking away. Hey, do you want to worship the Watcher? And she's like, yeah, I gotta go now. Sorry. Oh gosh, it is so windy outside. If you guys can hear that howling gale of wind, I apologize. I want him to distribute the pamphlets. So religious events, distribute pamphlets. This is such a cool mod. It's nice to have different kind of gameplay and a mod that really fits with this challenge as well. It's very cool. Oh, Eleanor wants to come over. Sweetie, you know where we are. I expect given it's a church, this place should actually be open. I should probably set a lot trait that's I don't want to do teen hangout. Maybe he could make it the cool place for teens to hang out. I don't know what that will do in terms of the way they interact though. Oh, Mira's back, and she's been promoted. She's a nurse midwife. She'll now make an additional 5 an hour for a grand total of 20. She also received a 300 simoleon bonus. I'm just going to give residence keys to everybody. He's distributing pamphlets as a rabbit hole. I thought he might go stand out the front. That's all right. I'll record Eleanor's wedding after this part. I might sort of tack it onto the front of the next video, or I may post it as a machinima. I'll sort of see how much it stands alone. I'm a bit worried. I don't want every machinima on this channel to be a wedding of one sim to another, you know? Oh, I've got my tea set. I haven't tried this object yet. Steep tea. I think orange blossom sounds nice. Let's do that. Let's have them have a chat. So she's going to chat about Bible verses. So she's not in the order of the Watcher. I may actually test out the recruitment on Mira first, because she's actually not technically in the order. I'm going to ask what her favourite type of music is and brighten her day. Talk about recent studies. She's probably very enthusiastic about that, I expect. It's not quite what she wanted for herself, but it's adjacent to what she wanted. She's at least at the university. Why do I have asked to join household? In both of the previous parts I recorded, in Not So Berry and in Shipwrecked, asked to join household was not an available option in either case. I was starting to think it was actually just glitched. Discuss expanding the family. Not yet, lady. Gotta get married first. That would be wildly inappropriate. Oh, he's come back. Oh, nobody wanted his flyers. Oh, baby. Get some leftovers and we'll pour the tea. Maybe everyone could have some tea, and then I might get Mira to attempt to cook some food. I actually meant to grab Vivian's homestyle cooking book from the bookshelf before I left, and I forgot. So I might have to actually get someone from the other house to gift it, because I can't take it now. That would be stealing. Drink a tea. Hopefully Eleanor will take one. She may not. I love that the first thing she did was come over. She's doing her big sisterly duty. She's like, gotta come and check on, her brother and her sister. She's so happy. I like that we finally have tea sets in the game and it's steaming. What food do we have? I did order a delivery as well because we had nothing and Simple Living is on this lot. Let's do a family size of the scrambled eggs and bacon. All right, I might skip ahead to tomorrow. Does he actually work tomorrow? Oh, yes, he does. I'll be interested to hear what you guys think. There's two ways we can go with the next two generations. He marries into the Goths. I kill off the entire royal family, which is very sad because they just had triplets. Dear God. They all die of consumption or something. So that it'll be his grandkid, actually. His grandkid will be the one in line for the throne. That's one option. But that makes me sad because I do have a whole family tree for the royal family. The other option is we introduce a noble family and then his child marries one of the royals. We would have to not marry a Goth in that case. We actually can't marry a Goth because the game... I mean, they are going to be cousins. I could make it so they could get married, but I just feel like it's a bit icky. But that's what the royal families did back then. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. There's a few options. They've both got work tomorrow. I would like him to do a sermon. What I might do is I'll play through to when he gets home and we'll have a few people over. He can do a sermon at the pulpit. And I will, if I can get her to come, I will show you guys the Lady Goth in question and you can let me know what you think. I think I've just figured out why Mira is not going to progress any further in the midwife career. She needs level 4 parenting skill for the next level's promotion. They haven't got any kids in the house, so it's very tricky for her to get parenting. He needs to have the quote from the rules, and I'm going to use this bit, is he needs to have lots of children. Oh, you're so close to finishing that book. Can you get it done? It's a book of short stories, technically, but it's called The Lion and the Llama. Oh, he finished it. All right, Mira's come home. She made 160 simoleons. It does not pay well being a midwife. I'm actually going to change her career. She's gotten up to level 4, and I think from memory, is it 3 or 4? I think it's like 3 and 5 careers at the end. I realized a couple of things. We don't have a chess table, so I need to get one of those because she's only level 7 in logic. She'll need to get to level 8. And I was also thinking she needs to work on her fitness, her gardening, maybe dancing and charisma, or handiness, or cooking. I mean, it's lots of options. But what I'm going to do real quick, because I want the young Lady Goth to come to the sermon later, I'm actually going to take Mira to the house and just have her meet everyone so I can invite them here. I'm going to do that off camera because I think in my mind she'd just be dropping off an invitation to come to the sermon, but I'm going to actually have her introduce herself to people, and I'd rather she do it because I want Jacob to do the actual introduction so we get the first impressions. I just brought Mira home and she has a crush on Lord Victor, who is the elder statesman of the current Goth clan. So that's a thing that happened. Also met the other two ladies in the Goth household, but not the younger Goth heir. The current heir is Lord Mortimer II. He is married to the twin of the crown, well, now the king. So Princess Anne actually married Mortimer Goth II. Mira did not like either Jacob's potential future love match or the princess. She hated both of them on first impression, but has a mad crush on Victor, which I thought was hilarious. What I'm going to do is have her start a group and I'll park everyone in here and then she can actually go to bed. Like, she doesn't really need to be up. I could try plan a social event. A keg party, no. Celebration? Now she's going to go to bed because I've made him a co-host. I can't control everyone with the aisle of making people sit down, but he's going to be down here. He's going to greet everyone. But we have a family history of not liking vampires. So I actually planted some garlic around the church just as a precautionary measure. Okay, so this is the main reason I'm doing this. This is Monique Goth. She is the child of Victor Goth, who is the child of Cassandra, and I actually can't remember his surname, but Cassandra's husband. Victor then inherited, so Victor's the grandchild of the original Mortimer. His kid is Mortimer II. This is his younger daughter. So this is the great-granddaughter of Bella and Mortimer, if you can follow that. She's beautiful. She has red hair. She's perfect in every way, except that she's going to be related to the next king. Let's do a polite introduction. Ooh. Oh, she's a fae. She's just a random on the street that I said hi to. And is he feeling tense? He is! Oh my gosh. In the presence of evil from a bad sim being nearby, an occult sim is close by, or perhaps it's a human sim with a mean or evil trait. Father Jacob may or may not know who it is, but either way they can feel the presence of evil. Given she's glowing, we're gonna say he knows. So he's going to ask her to leave. If you're dropping in late, the aliens in this save are Fae. They're Fae in disguise. And their natural Fae forms are like, I've given them like blues and greens, very earthy, naturey kind of colour palettes. We're going to chat about Bible verses. Let's have a look at these. He thinks she seems responsible and she thinks he seems reasonable. A reasonable, well-balanced sim. Say hello to everyone. We're going to do a very respectful introduction to the princess who has shown up. Invited by guests. That's cool. And this is Lord Mortimer. Look at his adorable little face. I love him. I love how they're all actually sitting in the pews because I've locked the door so they don't have a choice. Meet someone new in 3 different locations. Let's give a religious speech. That's actually the point of this. So he's greeting the nobles especially, because the thing is, it's not that he's brown-nosing or anything. It's more that he knows he needs the support of the nobility for the church to prosper, because they're the people who can make substantial donations. So he's now doing his speech. Now, as far as I understand it, the mod uses... Ooh, she got right up in his face to watch. Yeah, Mum's here. People are actually listening. I've never had this before. Phoenix never got anybody to listen to him when he did his speeches. So the way this mod has been written, if you have City Living, it uses this. If you don't, you can use the microphone. And I've actually got people listening. I love that it's his mum who's on the religion and his potential future wife, who already considers him her friend. I'm just saying the stars do seem to be aligning here. I just love that Mira has a crush on Morty. Or not Morty, Victor. He's a cutie. But he's also about to die and is married. So that's multiple strikes against his name. Oh, he gave a successful speech. That's awesome. I love how his sister's like, I'll just clean up for you. Express admiration over her perfect behavior. Oh, I think it had a praise and also a condemn for bad behavior. So I guess I choose. He's a great reputation. Hurry up and do this. I want you to meet Morty and then ask him for money. I'm not Morty. I keep calling him Morty. It's Victor. Mortimer's grandson. They don't actually look that much alike. Obviously, this is also pre-redo Morty. I want to ask for a donation. Where was that? I want to see if it works. Because that could be another way to supplement the church's income. That would be cool if this works. I might actually use that particular event for all of the religious gatherings. It worked really well. I love how Olive's just like, I'll just be over here knitting. She came to support her brother, not because she's actually invested in any of what's happening right now. So he's going to leave them to it and head to bed. He does actually have to go and distribute some pamphlets tomorrow. It's fine. I'm going to wrap this part up here. I'd love to hear what you guys think of Monique and the dilemma of how 2 generations from now we have a king. I'm going to have Mira change careers. I'll probably do that when she wakes up. I want the last one that she gets, the one that she sticks with, to be like an educator career, because she, after shopping around at the university, the last career she switches to is basically she's teaching others, but at a very low level. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Like I said, if you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.